Hi, it's Caitlin, and it's a very exciting day on my channel because I am featuring a new brand. We've never seen this brand on my channel before, and I'm just really excited to share these polishes with you because they are absolutely beautiful. Today, I'm showing you the Mystique collection from Penelope Loose. They have generously sponsored this video. This is a 14-piece collection that's launching on March 30th. Not sure when this video is going to be up, but if it's ahead of that launch, these will be available soon and they might be available now. So just check the description. I'll also list the stockists who will be selling this collection. You can pick it up from a whole bunch of different places. And yeah, I'm really excited to show you the collection. I love the theme for this collection. It's all about the esoteric world, mysticism, all those really fascinating things. So if you're ready to check it out, I'm ready to show it to you, so let's get into it. Let's start off by looking at Amulet. This one is described as a green holographic with orange to gold aurora shimmer. I would say this one falls specifically into the olive army type green, and it has a very strong holographic effect, which I really appreciate. It's really rainbowy, very striking, and looks incredible in the sun. In applying this polish in particular, it has great opacity. This built up perfectly in 2 coats. Maybe you'd need 3 if you used very, very thin coats, but I found it very easy to work with and really easy to build up in 2. I am using Cuticula Limitless Quick Dry Top Coat for the swatches in this video, and that will not dull the holographic effect, but you always want to let the polish dry completely after applying your top coat in order to get the best holographic effect possible. And here it is in the sun. You can see that the shimmer is very vibrant and that holographic effect is really strong. I was really glad that the sun was out so I could show this one off with that effect on it. And of course, it also looks great in direct lighting. Next up we have Tarot, and this one is a violet holographic with intense blue shimmer. And this one also had incredible color payoff, even on that first coat. The holographic effect is really strong, and so is the shimmer. I was just really impressed with this formulation and absolutely love this shade. It's so eye-catching and bright. This is one of my favorite shades of purple magenta. I absolutely love it. You can see that this one is completely opaque on that second coat again. It's a really impressive holographic formula, not too thick, but it builds up very easily in 2 coats. And here you can see it with top coat. The holo is just so beautiful, and I love the blue shimmer with the base color. Everything just works beautifully together. I really, really enjoy this polish. This is the kind of color that I always gravitate toward, especially if I don't know what to wear. So I can see myself wearing this one a lot. Next up we have Transcendent, and this one is absolutely beautiful. It is a light gray base with purple to red shimmer and a bit of holographic flake and pigment. This one has beautiful coverage on the first coat, And what I'm really impressed with in this collection is how there are a ton of shimmers, but they're all more on the opaque side. So if you like shimmers but you don't like how they tend to be sheerer, the shimmers in this collection are pretty much opaque in 2 coats, and they still have incredible shimmer payoff. So if you are looking for polishes like that, then look no further, because this collection has beautiful shimmer formulas that are definitely full coverage. And you can see once I've applied the top coat, it really brings everything to life. The hollow in there is not overpowering, it's just a beautiful accent. This one looks so pretty. It kind of has that creamy base to it, so everything's just beautifully mixed together. The shimmer stands out, the hollow adds a beautiful twinkle, and it's just a gorgeous shade of gray. Next up we have Aura, and this one is described as a, let me find it. It's a pastel blue with red to gold shimmer and a little silver hollow micro glitter. This one, again, like the last one, nice opacity on that first coat. Beautiful formula, super easy to apply. And again, I was happy with it in 2 coats. You might need 3 if you have very visible free edge, but there's a ton of shimmer in here and the base is very opaque, so I was really happy with it in 2 coats. It does dry down just a tiny bit dull, and the top coat helps bring out the hollow, obviously adds shine, and it just makes for an absolutely beautiful finish. And here you're going to see all of the many shifts in this polish. It has just the prettiest color shifts to it, and I absolutely love the holographic micro glitter. It's super tiny, so you almost can't tell it's there, but it adds this gorgeous twinkle in the sunlight, and yeah, I love it. I really love all of the ingredients that are being used in these polishes. Next up is Astral, and this one is described as a pinkish beige with intense blue to purple shimmer. And I was super happy when I started putting this on because it looks really good with my skin tone. It has a beautiful base, and this is something that would just be so easy to wear as a palette cleanser, or you know, just anytime really, because it's so beautiful. I love the formula. Again, you get incredible shimmer payoff, but it's not too sheer, and it's just such an easy formula to work with. So I did leave this one in 2 coats because I was happy with it in 2. You could easily build it up in more, but I absolutely love the way this one looks in 2 coats, and as you're going to see, the shimmer is very intense, really vibrant, and it works beautifully against that pinky base color. Moving along, we have Mystery, and this one is a flamingo pink with red to gold shimmer. And there's definitely tiny holographic micro glitter in there, and I will note that the glitter is so tiny in all of these polishes. Nothing was difficult to remove whatsoever. I didn't experience any staining with any of these polishes, and they were all just a dream to work with. So this one is definitely on the creamy side. It builds up beautifully in 2 coats. I think most people will be happy with it in 2. It has great coverage, and the shimmer really does a nice job of matching the base color. So it just provides a really pretty glow, and I honestly don't have many polishes in this color in my collection, so I'm always happy to add something new to the family. And you will notice that it does dry down a little dull, and the top coat just brings everything together, brings it to life, and really makes those tiny little pinpoint hollow glitters sparkle beautifully. This is another just really pretty shade, and it has a subtle shimmer shift to it. It's definitely there, but it works so pretty with the base color, and everything is just a beautiful mixture of elements and colors. It just comes together so nicely. Moving along, we have Energy, and this one is a pastel turquoise with blue shimmer and a little holographic pigment and flake. This one is really pretty. It's very ethereal and light, but it builds up beautifully. And the name of this one, I know it's like in the context of like mysticism, but if anyone watches with Trixie and Katya, it just makes me think of Energy. I didn't really get it right, but I don't know. There's like an episode where they keep saying energy, and that's what I'm thinking of when I see the word energy. So this polish does look really good in 2 coats. There's a ton of shimmer, but I decided to go with 3 for this one, and 3 definitely was the ticket to full opacity and just even more of that blue shimmer. It builds up beautifully, and I absolutely love the hollow flake in there. It's just the right amount, not too much. And again, top coat helps to bring it to life even more. Absolutely beautiful in 3 coats. And if you're a fan of light blues, this one has such a beautiful, strong shimmer to it. The base color is super pretty, and it's just a beautiful blue. Here we have Esoteric. This one is a vibrant lilac with intense blue shimmer. And this one is another sort of creamy based shimmer. It's absolutely gorgeous. This one has a ridiculous and very strong glow to it, as you can probably already tell. Again, fantastic formula, really easy to work with, and it built up beautifully in 2 coats. I did go a little thicker on my middle finger than my index, so I'm just evening things out, but I don't really know why I did a 3rd coat. There must have been a reason. I thought it looked good in 2, but obviously in 3 coats it's definitely 100% opaque. And this one, again, benefits from the top coat because it has more of like a creamy base. The top coat just brings everything to life, and you can see how gorgeous and glowy this one is already. And of course, moving it around, you definitely get that intense blue shimmer. It's super strong at extreme angles, and it just works beautifully with the base color. If you're a purple lover, this one is so fun. Moving along, we have Oracle. This one is a purple base with an intense green to purple shimmer. And this one had like a really interesting finish. I want to say it was almost like more metallic-y. I don't know if that's really the right word, but the shimmer is really interesting against the base color. It's a really pretty combination, and again, a fantastic formula. So easy to work with. I really like the brush on these bottles. They were very tightly closed, which is good for transportation purposes, but I had to get out like a rubber gripper to open them. So they're really easy to work with once you get them open. Yeah, and this one looks fantastic in 2 coats in my opinion. The shimmer is super strong, and of course top coat only helps to further enhance that. And here you can see what I mean. I guess metallic, foily, like that kind of look to it. And the shimmer is beautiful, very obvious. You get this really interesting, almost mauve, aka mauve, shift to it at extreme angles, which is what I'm trying to show here. It's just really pretty and unique, completely unique in my collection. Here we have Alchemy, and this one is a lilac base with iridescent flaky and blue to purple ultra chrome chameleon flakes. It's a little different than all the other polishes, so this one definitely makes use of different types of flakes in a really pretty purple base. So this is a polish where if you like it a little more delicate, you could leave it in 2 coats. But if you opt for 3, you'll get full opacity and even more flakes coming out on your nail. This one will definitely benefit from top coat. It will just bring everything together and make it super pretty and glossy. And here you can see the various color shifts in those flakes. They're really beautiful depending on the lighting you catch them in, and who doesn't love a pretty lilac base like this? It's just so classic and cute. Moving on, we have Kundalini, and this one is a wine base with purple to red shimmer. I had no idea how much I would like this one until I got it on my nails, and it's so pretty and rich and vampy and glowy. It just hits a lot of things that I like in a polish, and I don't know why I didn't include in my favorites at the end, so this is definitely one of my favorites, and yeah, it's really beautiful. This one has really good coverage in 2 coats. If you paint in thinner coats, you might need a 3rd, but I was happy with it in 2. And hopefully you can see what I mean about that incredible glow. I absolutely love a rich glowy polish, and you can see here this has great shifts. So pretty, so vampy, so purpley. I just love everything about this polish. It's definitely one of my favorites in the collection. Moving along, we have Prophecy, and this one is also kind of a unique finish in the collection. It's a denim blue with orange to gold to green micro flaky. This has a beautiful, smooth, even base to it. I mean, these polishes are fantastic. This brand has been around for many, many years, and they've been doing a great job for a really long time, so I'm not surprised that these polishes are gorgeous and that I love them as much as I do. They're just all beautifully formulated. This one, again, will be a 2 or 3 coater depending on your polishing preference. If you leave it in 2, you get a lighter effect, but if you do 3, you definitely get full opacity and just a deeper polish overall. This one does dry just a tiny bit on the dull side, so use a glossy top coat to bring out the shine, and this one is very shifty, as you will see in a second. I absolutely love the tiny little microflake in here. It's a beautiful size. It's just really pretty, and I love the shifts in this one. Here we have Astrology, and this one is a navy blue with intense royal blue shimmer and definitely some holographic micro glitter in there. This one is a blue lover's dream. This is like my favorite shade of blue, so I obviously love this one. It has a beautiful formula. It was so easy to work with, and I love the tiny, tiny little hollow bits in there. They capture the light beautifully. They're super rainbowy and just super dreamy overall. This one is definitely opaque in 2. It has fantastic coverage. You will definitely want a glossy top coat to smooth everything out. The hollow just adds tiny, tiny little bit of texture. It won't be difficult to remove, and it will smooth out in one coat, but you do definitely want the top coat to just give it that beautiful finish. And obviously this one is glowy, so glowy. It's beautiful, and I am obsessed with it. And last but certainly not least, we have Witchcraft. This one is a dark red with black to red shimmer and black to red micro flaky. So if you are a fan of that black to red multi-chrome finish, which I personally am, you're gonna love this one. It is so beautiful, so rich, so intense, so shifty, and so vampy. I think most people will be good with this in 2 coats, but you might need a 3rd if you paint in very, very thin coats. And this one does dry down just a tiny bit dull. I didn't experience any issues with staining whatsoever. This one is just beautifully rich, deep, delicious. It's getting me excited for cherry season. It's just so pretty, and I also love this one. Probably should have mentioned my favorites. I don't know. I kind of love everything in this collection, if I'm being completely honest. And you can see here just how gorgeous and winey and burgundy and pretty this one is. It is absolutely gorgeous. Kind of hard for me to pick favorites because I love so many of those polishes, but I think that Astral is one of the ones that stands out to me. I think it's because the base color just works so well with my skin tone, and the shimmer is absolutely gorgeous. The formula is so easy to work with, and it gave me really good opacity in 2 coats, so I was pleasantly surprised by that one. I'm also very into Aura. I know we might have seen other shades that kind of look like this, but none of them hit in the way that this one does. For me, this one is a 10 out of 10. The formula is perfect. The base color is perfect. It works with my skin tone. That's why I love it. And I also love the holo in there. It's very rainbowy. And lastly, I want to talk about Transcendent because I also think that is so beautiful. I love the holo in that one. It's just perfectly, what's the word I'm trying to use? Like, just the perfect amount. That's what I'm trying to say. The perfect amount of holo. It's really flattering, really pretty, kind of like neutral, but also that purple shimmer is so intense and vibrant. So I really can't wait to wear that one again. So let me know in the comments what you think of this collection, what you think of the brand. I am just really excited for you to pick up some of these polishes because you won't be disappointed with anything. They're all absolutely gorgeous. And I guess that's it for me in this video. Hopefully you have a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.